You know what? The interesting thing that I find with people in the name of scholarship,
Yes.
I'm saying that exactly. Looked at Moors as if it's some little club over here.
Yeah, that's what they think.
Everybody of Asiatic African descent are Moors, period, including Europeans who are amalgamated Moors, which indicates these people don't know their history. And we keep trying to go into history with this self-righteousness that does not exist with us. You know what I mean? We did great things and did terrible things, which is why we're in the condition we're in today.
Elder Tariq Bey, were the Umayyads, the Arab invaders, were they Moors?
Yes, they're amalgamated. Everyone is amalgamated. When you look at the world, if you talk to people who really know human history, including Europeans, they will tell you the whole human family came from the African woman, the great Moabitess.
Yes.
And for us to keep pretending that the different nation states of people are totally different is totally corrupted.
And you're saying that all of these people...
I'm just noting genetic facts. I'm not really I don't deal with belief systems too much. Most people that come with this stuff usually express a lot of their emotions, their opinions, but when upon examination, they have limited scholarship.
Okay.
They really, and so what you find is people are always debating instead of presenting facts. Meaning that if I ask this brother here, how much is 2 and 2, good brother? Sis, how much is 2 and 2? If you ask a Chinese how much is 2 and 2, what's he most likely going to say? Even if it needs interpretation. So it is with the human family on the planet.
That's all it is.
Now,
standards that represent the expanded nation of humanity on this planet called Earth. And they have nationalities.
You can go to
only time you get in these debates about colors and black and green and light skin, orange skin girlfriend and my light skin black leather shoes and stuff like that is when you get amongst phony scholars that keep on playing Afrocentricity that really aren't scholars at all, that are really more or less full of crap.
Okay.
And we need to look at that.
So which scholars are you saying, like Dr. John Henry Clark, right? You saying he's a pseudo scholar and a phony scholar?
This is
in this country searching for a nationality. And once we find our nationality and serve that nationality, we'll do for ourselves what needs to be done. All ethnic groups in this country understand they got a nationality. Because you answer to such stupid words like Negro and color and black. You have no nationality. Negro is not a nationality. Some lazy Portuguese or Spaniard took an adjective and made a noun out of it. Colored is not a nationality. Black tells you how you look, but it don't tell you who you are.
Right.
The name of a people must relate them instantaneously to land, history, and culture. And anytime you call a people by that right name, anytime you call a people and name a people and fail to relate them back to land, history, and culture, you have called them out of their name. There's no black land or black hole up there. There's nothing wrong with the word black. Nothing wrong with it at all. Only it doesn't relate to a country. The name of every people in the world relate to country. And once you think instantaneously of land, You think of nationality. You belong to something big in the world.
What I'll say to you.
See, no, because wait, you have to be
one of the things when I talked to Dr. Ben, you know what Dr. Ben said?
He studied the Moorish schools.
Dr. Ben, when he talked about, you know, his travels that he had, the difficulties he had growing up, getting his education, he said, with all the struggles he'd been through, he never really got his solid and grounded education until he went to the Moorish universities in Spain.
And he was Ethiopian.
Now, hold on.
And he was Ethiopian
Now,
also.
point is, it's interesting. Any scholar.
Because you take a quote from Dr. Ben,
no,
right?
That's just a quote.
But do you understand what you're doing to the listening audience when you do stuff like that?
Yeah, I'm informing them.
Right, you're informing them, but you're also directing the conversation. You're creating a bias.
Exactly.
Because we also know Dr. Ben. Many of us studied with Dr. Ben, and he said many more things.
Yeah.
We'll say that he went to those schools, but when he went to those schools, they weren't under no Moorish nationality.
Hold up.
Oh. They wasn't that. They was
That's
in Spain.
That's not what I said.
Okay.
That's not what I said. Take the wax out your ears. Take the wax out your ears. Take the wax out your ears.
I'm gonna be respectful because it's an elder.
No, don't be respectful. We're dealing with scholarship. See, my issue is this. I could take an ordinary dictionary. This is the point. Take an ordinary dictionary, a child's dictionary, any unabridged dictionary from any one of these tables, right? Any one of these tables, and take you to a dictionary and take a child to a dictionary, give them basic grammar from 3rd grade and show anybody that they're Moors. What you find is that these people, this is what happens because so many of our people have been compromised and they get their, their stipend from publishers for promoting the black thing that makes our people non-descendable. We're not talking about color. We're not talking about the word itself. We're talking about the issue of descendability. The Christian Black Codes and the 14th Amendment was created to make these people of Moorish descent non-descendable. You can go into the records, the documents. We don't need to go ancient. Go into, let me finish my statement. Let's go to law records dealing with Abraham Lincoln himself. This is documents talking about the issue of the status of these people here. And you know what the issue comes before the court? The distinction between Moors who are branded as black and Moors who acknowledge their bloodline dealing with their legal status. The same thing goes with the Dred Scott case, which is used around the planet.
That's not exactly true.
It is true.
That's not exactly true.
All right, give me the facts to the contrary. Give me the facts to the contrary. No, I don't ask you what you believe. Give me the facts to the contrary.
Let him present the facts. We know the difference between belief and the facts, not belief, facts. And then show us where it's at so we can research it.
Give us documents.
We will research.
Knowing even these dynamics that you're dealing with right here. Now we have the president, foreign diplomat representing the United States Corporation Company. His name is Barack H. Obama. Barack H. Obama, knowing the problems that we have here at Morocco and knowing that our people's heads are messed up, and also knowing that the world is turning around, and knowing that for these generations to come, that some truths have to come out. So he went to Hikupta, which is the proper name of Egypt. All scholars know that. Right now,
give me a reference.
Let me finish.
Give me a reference.
Let me finish. So he went to Hikupta and exposed that the American Constitution is derived from Muslim law, which all scholars always knew. Right? Now, Michelle triangulates go to the Alhambra, the last stronghold of the Moors. They have pictures taken of them by the international community coming through double doors, dealing with the Kabbalistic principles, ancient African culture, higher self, lower self. Guard standing right next to him with the Moorish flag big as day. Then they come back here and sign the rights of indigenous people for these people to declare their nationality, because the international community has been addressing this since 1948.
In April, we announced that we were reviewing our position on the UN Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples. And today, I can announce that the United States is lending its support to this declaration.
Then they come back here and sign the rights of indigenous people for these people to declare their nationality, because the international community has been addressing this since 1948.
In April, we announced that we were reviewing our position on the UN Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples. And today, I can announce that the United States is lending its support to this declaration. The aspirations it affirms, including the respect for the institutions and rich cultures of Native peoples, are one we must always seek to fulfill. And we're releasing a more detailed statement about U.S. support for the Declaration and our ongoing work in Indian country. But I want to be clear. What matters far more than words, what matters far more than any resolution or declaration, are actions to match those words. And that's what this conference is about. That's what this conference is about. That's the standard I expect my administration to be held to. So we're making progress. We're moving forward. And what I hope is that we are seeing a turning point in the relationship between our nations. The truth is, for a long time, Native Americans were implicitly told that they had a choice to make. By virtue of the long-standing failure to tackle wrenching problems in Indian country, it seemed as though you had to either abandon your heritage or accept a lesser lot in life. But there was no way to be a successful part of America and a proud Native American. But we know this is a false choice. To accept it is to believe that we can't and won't do better. And I don't accept that. I know there's not a single person in this room who accepts that either. We know that ultimately, this is not just a matter of legislation, not just a matter of policy. It's a matter of whether we're going to live up to our basic values. It's a matter of upholding an ideal that has always defined who we are as Americans. E pluribus unum, out of many, one. That's why we're here. That's what we're called to do, and I'm confident that if we keep up our efforts, if we continue to work together, that we will live up to this simple motto and we will achieve a brighter future for the first Americans and for all Americans. So thank you very much. God bless you. Thank you.
And some more.
I also know civilization's debt to Islam. It was Islam at places like Uluzada that carried the light of learning through so many centuries, paving the way for Europe's Renaissance and Enlightenment. It was innovation in Muslim communities.
And just to be clear, he's not talking about, when he says Islam, he's not talking about Muslim Islam. It's a difference between Islam, the creed, and Islam, the religion, right? So when he say Islam, he's speaking about I self law am master. I self law am master. He's speaking about the origin, not what they portrayed to us to be Islam. So we got to be clear with that too.
It was innovation in Muslim communities that developed the order of algebra, our magnetic compass and tools of navigation, our mastery of pens and.
But he speak about it, of course, as we know, Muslims derive from Islam, which everything derives from Islam, because it's I self law and master. We are the masters. I self law, getting to know thyself, standing on law, mastering it. We are the masters. We are the gods of the land, the original man.
Printing, our understanding of how disease spreads in order of algebra, Europe's Renaissance and Enlightenment.
Let's run it back real quick.
I also know civilization's debt to Islam. It was Islam at places like.
You hear what he's saying? He's saying he also knows civilization's debt to Islam. Civilization, that means everything that the foundation, the land that we living on, they debt to Islam, which means that we created this. We created all of this. We was the ones that all this technology that we see around us, we created all of this before anyone ever touched it. We the reason, and we taught these hybrid Europeans on how to do these kind of things. So we the reason for everything that exists. That's what he mean when he say that.
Uluzar. That I also know civilization's debt to Islam. It was Islam at places like Uluzar that carried the light of learning through so many centuries, paving the way for Europe's Renaissance and Enlightenment. It was innovation in Muslim communities,
Paving the way for Europe's Renaissance. And a lot of people don't know Europe is Africa. That's the motherland. Europe, the word Europe comes from Queen Europa, which is a sister. Look that up. Queen Europa. Queen Europa. Let me see if I can put that in the chat. Queen Europa. Go look up Queen Europa. She was a sister. That's who Europe is named after. That's all of our shit. London, the UK, that's all our shit. Yeah, 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 I believe that's right. That's the same way I spelled it. Yeah, Queen Europa, she was a sister. That's who Europe was named after. So don't let them lie. All that's our shit. London, the UK, all that's Africa. All that's the motherland. It just been colonized. And another thing before I press play, anywhere where you see like it's like how they had national forests, or how they'd be like, this is a natural, any type of land or monuments with the word natural in front of it, or natural, just anything with natural gas, just those are cover-ups of ancient civilization. So like these national parks, that's ancient civilization. That's why they made it a national park, because it can't be touched, it can't be altered, People can only come visit there and, you know, do little shit and pack up and leave. But all of these national parks and just these sectioned off pieces of land that people can't really touch, that's how you know it's ancient civilization. Whatever that is, they built it on top of ancient civilization. So it's a lot of culture up under all the land. But anything that they call it the national park forest or any of that kind of shit, they call it that and put that title on it because it's certain parts of the land that they can't, that they literally can't touch. So to make it seem like they own it, they call it a national forest and put restrictions on it. But once again, like it's all our shit. Yeah, yeah, basically like an early version of gentrification. Oh man, let's get it. Hold on, let's get it. I ain't gonna stop it.
I also know civilization's debt to Islam. It was Islam at places like Uluzada that carried the light of learning through so many centuries, paving the way for Europe's Renaissance and Enlightenment. It was innovation in Muslim communities. It was innovation in Muslim communities that developed the order of algebra, our magnetic compass and tools of navigation, our mastery of pens and printing, our understanding of how disease spreads and how it can be healed. Islamic culture has given us majestic arches and soaring spires, timeless poetry and cherished music, elegant calligraphy, and places of peaceful contemplation. And throughout history, Islam has demonstrated through words and deeds the possibilities of religious tolerance and racial equality. I also know that Islam has always been a part of America's story. The first nation to recognize my country was Morocco. In signing the Treaty of Tripoli in 1796, our second president, John Adams, wrote, "The United States has in itself no character of enmity against the laws, religion, or tranquility of Muslims." And since our founding, American Muslims have enriched the United States. They have fought in our wars, they have served in our government, they have stood for civil rights, they have started businesses, they have taught at our universities, they've excelled in our sports arenas, they've won Nobel Prizes, built our tallest building, and lit the Olympic torch. And when the first Muslim American was recently elected to Congress, he took the oath to defend our Constitution using the same Holy Quran that one of our founding fathers, Thomas Jefferson, kept in his personal library.
Has been addressing this since 1948. Problem that you have is that you have fake scholars who keep getting paid off, that keep promoting these people as crayons, knowing that that makes them non-descendable. Whether it was black, green, purple.
Scholars.
And when he say that, he talking about these fake Negro scholars who always, I don't know if y'all ever heard me say, but like anytime people get to talking that black shit and calling us black, they trying to keep us enslaved because it's making us non-descendable to the land because our peoples wasn't black. Our peoples were, had a nationality. They came from a nation. They was people of the land. So he's saying when these scholars acknowledge us as black, it makes us non-descendable, because when you say you black, you only saying that you come from slavery. That's what we saying when we come from black. When we say we black, I mean we really come from more than that. But you gotta claim and uphold your nationality to be able to be entitled to those birthrights, which is part of the reason why they treat us, which is the main reason why they treat us how they treat us and get away with it. Because you can't treat a nation like this. You know, there's people that come from a nation, they don't get treated the way that we get treated because they got to answer to a nation. But with us, they don't got to answer to a nation because we chose to be U.S. corporate citizens. So we got to get out of the U.S. corporate citizen jurisdiction if we want to be able to claim and uphold our nationality. Let's get it.
Give me
Off that keep promoting has been addressing this since 1948. Problem that you have is that you have fake scholars who keep getting paid off that keep promoting these people as crayons, knowing that that makes them non-descendable. Whether it was black, green, purple.
fake scholars. Give me a fake scholar.
Anybody that continues to call these people of Moorish Asiatic descent black, knowing it makes them non-descendable. We're talking about a political issue of estate and birthright.
Dr. John Henry Clark one of those? Who are you talking
He knows that these people are Moors.
Huh?
He knows that these people are Moors, so does everyone else.
Is just descriptive. You're not.
Well,
you're
no, that's your opinion. That's your opinion.
Because I don't see.
Give me the fact. Give me the facts. Give me the facts.
Where does the word derive from?
Give me the facts.
First used the word.
It's short for Moroccan.
Right. And when it originate? When it become in
it comes from ancient Moabite, from Central America, what you call Old Mex, Old Amexem.
Okay, I got you.
Yes.
All right. So in England. Okay, I got you.
Yes.
All right. So in England, right? When Al-Mansur began to have conversations at the embassy in England, right?
Yes.
That is when
was he sitting around talking about black people, or was he talking about Moors?
He was talking about his.
Was he talking?
You said, is he referring to Farrakhan when he say fake scholars? In a sense, yes. He's referring to all of them dudes for the most part. But Brother Taj, he's not the kind of brother, because he'll tell you like it's valuable information in what a lot of these dudes say, but they not giving us the meat and potatoes, because the nationality part is what's gonna free us. They not giving us the meat and potatoes about nationality, because if you notice, they have the nation of Islam, but they don't have a nationality. The Nation of Islam is not a nationality, if that makes sense. Not what Farrakhan and them is on. And even like Farrakhan, yeah, he know we Moors, but if you're not saying it on these big platforms, though, what good is it though? Because Farrakhan, he get on big platforms all the time and don't say that, but he know it. They represent it in private, but if they tell the people, people are gonna stop giving away money to these causes. That's the thing. That's one of the main things. Or they're not, or people are gonna want to be more involved and know more what's going on, and they're not just gonna give up their money and not know where it's going to. What people scared of? I mean, a lot of people just scared because they make that they make people feel like they need to be scared. But then some people, like these big scholars, they already in bed with these corporations, so it's too late. They already then, the contract is signed and sealed. You when you come into this shit, you got to come into it pure. You got to come into it pure before they get you. Because if they get you and you get to getting in bed with them and doing business and all that kind of shit, like that's what get people scared. It's like, well, you didn't already agree to promote this bullshit, this message for us, so we can keep your people enslaved, and you think you about to bag out of it now after we done paid you, after we done did all this shit. It's like, nah, fuck that. You ain't bagging out the shit. So that be what probably the scholars is scared of, because they already in bed with these motherfuckers. That's why I say, like, that's why I tell any nigga, don't do no deal. I know what people be thinking. They like, oh yeah, I can sign a deal and it could be a partnership and this, that, and the third. Like, I get it. And it's easy to say that when you heard somebody else say it. But once again, nobody reads the contracts. Niggas always go get a lawyer. And that's not like to condemn nobody because you don't know what it say. But we got to learn the laws, because although I don't care what kind of contract it is, even if it's a partnership, you in bed with them. So if you think you about to be in bed with them and talking some real shit, it's not happening. It's not happening. You got to stay independent. It's not happening. You have to stay independent. You're not about to be in bed with these corporations and think you about to be uplifting and liberating people with some real knowledge. You're stuck for life. That shit said, if that's what you have to do for your dream, never do a deal. There's always a loophole. These, and then some, because like, even though you do got a contract, you can just make the decision and say, fuck it, I'ma still do it, and whatever happen, gonna happen. You could do that too. But I think a lot of people think about their family at that point, and that's where shit get tricky. Because you didn't already did a deal, and you call yourself thinking about your family then, but it was really about the money. But having money and not having the right brain behind it is useless. So they done did these deals and these contracts and agreements to promote propaganda that's gonna keep us enslaved. And if they bag out of the deal, it's gonna come back on their family now. And that's what be having people scared, man. That's why I say you really gotta have something to stand on, man. You really gotta have a foundation, or you gonna go for something eventually. We gotta have a law foundation, or we're gonna go for something eventually. Because everything that they make us and force us to do is illegal, but we don't know how to show that it's illegal or it's unlawful, but we don't know how to show that. We can't prove it. We could just say it, and then when we say it, it don't mean shit, and they still do it anyway. You feel me? So gotta have something to stand on. But let me get back into this, man. Finish this off real quick.
Talking about black people, or we talking about Moors?
He was talking.
Let me see.
Old or Maxim?
Okay, I got you.
Yes.
All right. So in England, Okay, I got you.
Yes.
All right. So in England, right, when Al-Mansur began to have conversations at the embassy in England, right?
Yes.
That is when
was he sitting around talking about black people, or was he talking about Moors?
He was talking about his.
Was he talking about black people, or was he talking about Moors?
He was talking about
question again. Was he talking about black people, or was he talking about Moors?
He wasn't talking about black people. He was
talking
about.
Of course he wasn't.
No, he
because
wasn't.
It's a brand that has its life in North America from Dutch masters after they came to North America.
He was talking about his sultan. That's what he was talking about. During work, Al-Mansur was.
Let me ask you a question. What was his nationality?
His nationality, he was a sultan.
No, it's nationality.
I asked you what his nationality was.
They were forming nations.
I didn't ask you his position.
Hold on. Listen, he said, what is his nationality?
I didn't ask you his position. I asked you his nationality.
Not his title. It's like saying Esquire.
Al-Mansur was establishing the Moroccan Empire.
I didn't ask you what he was doing. I asked you what his nationality.
Going back to that, we're saying, what is his nationality? What was his nationality?
I don't believe that it was a nation.
I didn't ask you what your beliefs are. I asked you what was his nationality.
Okay, watch this.
Because you keep bringing him up.
I am bringing him. Do you know who he is? First of all,
no, we know who he is, but we just asked his nationality. Right. We just
hold on. We just asked his nationality. I don't believe he had a nationality. That's my point. You're saying his nationality was Moroccan? Oh.
That will help you fight for freedom. Nationalism is the wave of the present and the future. It is nationalism that's bringing freedom to oppressed people all over the world. It was nationalism that brought freedom to the Algerians. It was nationalism that brought freedom to the Nigerians and to the Ghanaians. It was nationalism that brought freedom to the people of Uganda and Tanganyika and Sudan and Somaliland. The Africans didn't get it by sitting in. They didn't get it by wading in. They didn't get it by singing "We Shall Overcome." They got it through nationalism. And you and I will get it through nationalism.
Yes. What do you know we have contributed to the world? What have people like us contribute to the world? What have we done in the world?
You mean you or your ancestors?
Yes,
like
my ancestors.
I don't know where you're from. I don't know where.
My ancestors. But I don't
know where you're from.
I'm a nigger.
Yes, what from where? From where? I cannot tell.
For you. Wait. For you.
So you're born here?
Don't tell her you're a nigga. You gotta give her the.
That nigga, he sounded crazy. He said, "I'm a nigga." What up, Almighty Kevo, regular in this motherfucker? Dexter in this joint. Shout out to everybody that slid through, man. Came and get this good game. Hold on, we ain't done yet. We ain't done yet.
All right, now let's go look at color. Now, with most of our people who can't read, they've been told by their black leader guys, color coalition, people of color, and people need to recognize the brothers and we somebody and everything, because we people of color are spiritual, and the rest of the world looking at us like, yeah. And then we feel this, right? Here it is. Now let's look at this. Color. By common usage in America. Does it say in the world? Common usage in America. Same thing the Frenchman told Malik. That people know is Malcolm. Right? This term, does it say identity? It says this term, which is color, in such phrases as quote unquote colored persons, quote unquote the colored race, quote unquote colored man, and the like is used to designate. Does it say identify? It says designate Negroes, or persons of the African race, including all persons of mixed blood descended from Negro ancestry, right? But where a state constitution provided for separate schools for the white and colored races, the term, it says term, quote unquote, white race, was held to be limited to the Caucasian race, and the term colored races to embrace all other races, right? It has also been held that there is no legal, technical significance to the phrase colored person, which the courts are bound judicially to know. They're telling you it's a fraud. That's why nobody recognizes colored people, because it's a fraud, it's a brand.
Let's break that back.
Other races, it says term, quote unquote, white race, was held to be limited to the Caucasian race, and the term colored races to embrace all other races, right? It has also been held that there is no legal, technical significance to the phrase colored person, which the courts are bound judicially to know. They're telling you it's a fraud. That's why nobody recognizes colored people, because it's a fraud, it's a brand. So when you come talking about freedom and liberties in a brand, you're a subject. You're another man's property. You ain't got no business talking trash. Getting back to the point, let's deal with fundamental etymology and show you how simple this stuff is. So now you look at black, right? And you see it's an adjective, right? So that's the first thing you do. You always classify it. The classification of part of speech is also called the matrix, which means it's mother. Matrix means womb. All right? Then you look for the etymon, and you know that they always push the etymology down the bottom because they don't want you to immediately learn. And so what is black? It is what? What do you see right there? Middle English. Black. Old English, right? Black, right? Now that's derived from Old High German, and black really actually means pale and shiny. And our people think it means this, don't they? So when they be doing their Black Lives Matter and stuff like that, they're really saying the pale man matters, we don't. And they don't even know they just said that. They just cast a spell against themselves, thinking that they're doing some kind of spiritual rally, uplifting their people, and the rest of the civilized world going, denotation, connotation, and learn that rule. Denotation is where the word or definitions that absolutely apply to the word in fact. Connotations are fads or misuses of words, but is generally accepted. But in fact, is not what the word means. Right. Watch this. So we know that black's an adjective, so immediately any scholar knows that if it's an adjective, it's not a person, place, thing, or idea. And if it's applied to humans, it's a nom de guerre or brand. All right, I mean, before you go into definition, you know that, right? Yes. But let's look and let's go into what is called, as words develop, they create compounds, right? And they know that these people were branded black, right? So look in the same dictionary, right? Right here, what's that word? And it breaks it down. Read it.
It's black and more.
All right, and it's broken down and separated, ain't it?
Yes, sir.
And then it was a noun, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So if black's an adjective, why is it now noun? Because it's separating the word and it's showing you that what? Now, any dark-skinned person, especially an African Negro, earlier black, more, and then black in all solid case, which shows you that it is what? When it has all even case numbers, it's showing you that this is a corporate nom de guerre construct. Here, capital M, small o, R. Here, all even case, and it says black plus more, earlier form of more. And so these people who call themselves black are Moors is right there in the dictionary. They can't even damn read it.
Wait till I find your boss. He gonna fire your metallic ass.
You would do well to mind your tongue, Moor.
Curse on Moors and Saracens. Were it not for their ungodly ways, Master Robin would never have left. What manner of name is Hazim? Irish? Cornish?
Moorish. Dance well, Moor.
Starting to like this word more, less and less. Look like you can use some help.
If you think I need help, you do not understand the game, Moor.
Checkmate. We should get together and play again sometime. I'm sure we will.
Mind your back, Moor.
You don't have to try to convince them. Give them documents. Now, from here on in, if you continue in the civilized world to claim to be black, you willingly gave up your birthright, and by law, they have a right to do anything to you that they want to do to you. Because you're outside the human family by choice. But anyway, so as you can see here, the people who claim to be black, and you notice how they deliberately separated it, didn't they? Didn't they? And it's a noun, isn't it? Yep. So that black and Moor is a noun, black's an adjective. They show a compound word, separate the adjective from the noun, classify it properly, a noun. Any dark-skinned person, didn't even say, well, someone that lives over here and this one part there. If you dark complex, you got melon, you're Moor. Period. Across the planet. Dictionary, right? Here we go. Watch this. So here we go. Troglodyte, right? Troglodyte, a prehistoric cave dweller. So as you can see, the anthropoid or the chimpanzees, the monkeys, gorilla species, anthropoid species, scientific name is troglodyte. And in some dictionaries will give you troglodyte nigger. That's where that comes from, because the nigger is an ape. All right. So troglodyte, a prehistoric cave dweller. Now, are our people the cave people? I think we can be safe to say that, right? All right. All right. So a prehistoric cave dweller, a person likened to a caveman, as in reclusiveness or brutishness. Latin, troglodyte, or troglodyte from the Greek, troglodytos, singular of troglodyte, or variant influence of troglos, cave, and ditor, those who enter as troglodytes, name of, and then they see how they add it, name of Ethiopian people, say add it, so they put that to us, when it's actually the European. And like you can take an Oxford dictionary, and it will tell you hybrid is European, and say we English at best are but hybrids. But the point that I'm making is to you, and this is the point that I'm making to you. Our people throw the word nigger around like it's an identity, don't know that they're telling the world they're a monkey. And they use it as a term of endearment and think it's cool. I mean, it's all right if that's what you want to be, but you can't get angry when someone treats you that you're outside the human family because you're telling them that you're an ape, and then they treat you with that disrespect, and then you want to get pissed because you can't damn read. Do you understand the problem that we have? It's really, it's really interesting. And, just like, and as we're talking, and it's because we're open in conversation, but most people ain't open to this conversation because they don't want to deal with facts. They get angry. It doesn't meet their beliefs because they don't deal with facts, don't come with the facts. You want an argument? You want to go to hell and fire and brimstone? Start talking facts.
I just asked somebody that too. I said, where's hell to you? Like, do you think that they put you in the ground and your body just absorbs down into the earth and down into fire and brimstone? You just go into the ground like you're drowning.
All right. Now, I'm see how people can't read, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And a lot of times shit really be that simple. It be the simplest shit be the reason why we fucked up. It be the simplest shit be the reason why we fucked up and we don't even know it. Don't even know it.
Black News 1. Black News 102, House of Consciousness brings to you. Oh, shit. Mama said knock out Taj Tariq Bey on the battlefield. It's time for you, my brother, to hold your own. Can he survive at the Lion's Den? Taj Tariq Bey is on the street and he is sharpening his sword. Blood is everywhere. Heads are rolling down the street. Taj is on a mission and he's not gonna let you get away without beating this knowledge in your damn head. Check out what I'm talking about.
You asked about martial law? I just read you congressional records. Now, what does that have to do with anybody's opinion? Nothing. Now, so what happens if we have meetings and we're talking about the economics of our people without knowing this?
Hey, and that's the difference. Cause Taj, he always bring the facts. He bring the records. And he using information that's available to everybody. The only difference is since he's well versed in linguistics and in language, he can understand it. He can understand it better than just the average person who don't understand law and linguistics. And he uses that to prove his point all the time. Because it's right there. It's just a matter of being able to understand and comprehend what's being read. And all our life, we've been trained to not really comprehend what we've been reading. We haven't been able to comprehend what we've been reading. Maybe partially, but not to the best of our ability because we've been trained to be dumbed down by the education system. So, I ain't saying don't send your kids to college, but know that you sending your kids to be programmed by the oppressor. Just know that when you're doing it. So, if you're going to do it, you want to put all the best information in your kid's head. Just, you want to give them all of this game before they get there. So they can know, like, all this shit is a facade. And it's just one mission. Got to focus on the mission. Don't want to get caught up in pledging fraternities and for sororities and, just all that shit, man.
And we're making moves in society, presumptive moves, which means we're admitting jurisdictions, admiralty, booty.
But that's not settled jurisdiction.
Exactly, because they're doing private law because you're giving up your birthright because you don't know it. Now you understand why Obama signed the rights of indigenous people, because the only way you can come under international law protection is with a nationality. It's not opinion, this is international law. Yeah. But if our people don't have these facts, they think that you're debating their opinion and you're not talking opinion.
So why are we making these moves first, man?
Why do you think? Listen,
this is relevant right here, man.
I only read 2 paragraphs.
You gotta do this first.
Yeah,
that's foundation.
Hold on, let me take it a little further since
that's why he
you know because it's sort of like we ain't convinced. Let me take it a little further because we ain't gonna. Let me take it a little further. Let me. When he came back from Egypt. All right. Now, listen, that was just past year. Remember when they went over Egypt and his wife wasn't with him? She went to the Alhambra, the last stronghold of the Moors. What other signals can they send? To the last stronghold of the Moors before the Christians took over the world. And then you tell our people they're Moors, what belief system is that? What the hell? Do you understand? Hold on. Check this out. Yeah. Now check this out. Now I'm just jumping down the page, right? Right? The Federal Reserve Act stipulated that the interest on the debt was to be paid in gold. And there was no stipulation in the Federal Reserve Act for ever paying the principal prior to 1913.
Federal Reserve is a
you see, right? No, that's the arm of the Jesuit order. It ain't really a bank. They're dealing with trust instruments, not money. No question. And the trust is you. There you go. There you go.
That's what you do. You have a lot of great information.
Come on. Now, you get the point. Now listen. And particularly with the sisters, because sisters can understand this. Now let's take something that everybody's familiar with, right? All over the world, right? You hear this term: honor thy mothers and thy fathers, that thy days may be longer on the earth land, which the Lord thy God has given thee. Right? They didn't say cloud land, right? Right now, in order for one to be what in law is called heritable, one must be in the honor of one's mothers and fathers. This is why nationality is important, not just here in the world, but this is also why the Europeans here took our nationality and put brands on us and start teaching the Negro preachers to tell us they were Afrocentric identities. So our people are walking around calling themselves Negro, Black, and Colored and feeling free to do that, not knowing that it makes them non-descendable. And when you give them the law facts, they think you're competing with the schools of thought would have nothing to do with anything that's on the discussion. It is legal status. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? This is why when you look at the Sundry Free Moors case, it was an issue of status. And the issue was what? That as blacks, they had no rights. Only as Moors. That's exactly correct. Now that's 1789. It's not a new argument. You see? And then they read the Negro Act before the court and they determined what? They were what? Moroccans in allegiance with the United States through the prince. Therefore, they come under the treaty. And see, so our people don't even know their own daggone treaty.
Do you want to hold that up so Sonetta can document that?
Well, yeah. But me and Sonetta is going to get together. Yeah. But I'm going to give him some details. This is what I'm going to do, Sonetta. I'm going to bring Oxford Dictionary. I'm going to bring 2 law dictionaries. I'm going to show you etymologically that we're not black, not by opinion. Etymologically. Now, when we're saying black power, if we're really talking about cosmogony, there's nothing wrong with it. But then we must demonstrate the metaphysics behind it. But our people are not doing that. They're saying black by force of implied identity, which makes it misplacement, which makes them incompetent in law and non-descendable. They need to know that.
Brother Taj, you have a lot of great information, and the legal facts that you have are undisputable and all true. Now, when it comes to when you say going to Oxford Dictionary, what happens is now this is what I want you to clarify. It's just two things that I want to point on. This first one is the black. When you're saying that now, who's giving the definition of black? You saying you're going to the Oxford?
No. Now listen, this is what you know etymology. No, I'm asking you a question. I'm asking you a question.
No, what's your definition?
Do you know etymology?
The relation of the word?
No. All right. So we've been talking. Do you know etymology? Answer the question.
No.
Then whatever answer I give you would not be satisfactory. No. Listen. Please listen. I'm not dismissing your question. I'm showing you what's wrong with us, period. We keep getting into disciplines and ignore the rules and expect other answers, which means that you'll never be satisfied because you don't know the rules. It's sort of like somebody asked me, I want to know what you think about 2 and 2. No. And wait, no, listen, you're not listening to me. If you don't know etymology, what difference does it make the answer I give to you?
So let me give you.
So basically what he's saying is like what I was saying about we don't comprehend things. Just because we read, it doesn't mean we understand what we read. Because to understand what we read, and we got to understand the origin of the words that we read, which is what etymology is. It gives the origin of the word, which gives us the true definition, which would be, you know, how you can pull up a dictionary and look up a word, and it'll have a bunch of stuff in parentheses and brackets and all that kind of stuff before the definition. All of that is part of etymology, but we wasn't taught how to read that. We was only taught person, place, noun, thing, and all that kind of shit. Adjective. Yeah, we was taught adjectives, nouns, pronouns, person, place, thing, all that. But we wasn't taught how to read those different languages that come before that. So everything in the front, that's the word and the definition broken down in different languages to its complete origin, and it changes. So what he's asking, bro, is like, do you know etymology? It's really a yes or no question, because if you got to reply with a question, then you probably don't know. So that's what he's saying. Menace, what's popping, fam? What's the deal? Shout out to Menace tapping in from Central. Shout out to Dexter tapping in from VA. Almighty Kevo. Damn, where Almighty Kevo tapping in from? Damn. Kevo, where you from again? Well, I sure forgot. I thought you was from the Midwest, though. Either the Midwest or the DMV area, I think. I think Kevo from the Midwest, though. If I ain't mistaken. I could be wrong, though. Kevo, where you from again? Regular tapping in from the A. Ace Bunny. I don't know who that was. But shout out to them. But yeah, that's what so that's something we got to start grasping too. Etymology, the origin of words. And they didn't teach us that, because if they would have taught us that in school, we probably wouldn't have went to college. Most people probably wouldn't have went to college. Most people wouldn't have went to college, because before you learn how to read, they supposed to teach you proper grammar and etymology. That's the first step before you learn how to read and shit. They supposed to teach you proper grammar and etymology. They didn't do that, because if they did that, we wouldn't have needed a lot of it, because we would have knew, like, what? Like, for instance, if we was taught proper etymology when they told us we was black, we would have listened like, what? How I'm gonna be black if black is an adjective? How can I be black if black isn't an identity? Black is a crayon. Black is a color. So how can I be black? And see, we didn't question that kind of shit, because we wasn't taught how to understand the words. You read a word, you got to apply it in its proper context. You can't just read it. You got to apply it in its proper context. And when we describe ourselves as black, using that as an identity, we're not doing that. So if black is a color, how can that be me? You feel me? So that's basically what he's saying. And yeah, that's part of how we keep ourselves enslaved. And I want to say this too. Shout out to Menace. Contrary to popular belief, Mexicans and blacks, we the same people. I don't care what nobody say, how they want to put it. I got the proof. Mexicans is Moors too. That's why Mexico is called ancient Amexem. The ancient name for Mexico is Amexem. I don't know if Menace knew that, but Moors is blacks too. I mean, Mexicans is Moors also. We are one and the same people. We just been divided. But black people, so-called black people, are one of our original languages is Latin. One of our original languages is Latin. Latin is nothing but, and Spanish is nothing but a watered down version of Latin, which is why everything goes back to Latin, because that's one of our original languages. So yeah, just tap in on that real quick, man. I got to, Menace. I got to. Fuck all that. You know how that shit is in jail, in prison and shit, Menace, in the county jail. They want us to be divided. They put this shit together for us to be divided. So, when you find out the truth, you gotta, it is what it is. When you find out the truth, you gotta share it. It ain't no division. It ain't no separation between blacks and Mexicans. We all the same motherfucker. They all Moors. We just been divided and birthed in different parts of the land, but it's all the land. That's why if you look up the Moors in Spain, the Spanish Moors, you get some more information. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pull up a document too. I got a document to pull up, Menace, and I can send it to you if you follow me on Instagram too. I got a document to pull up that you can check out and shoot it to some of your peoples, because this gonna help. This help Mexicans get free too. Come on, where you from? What state you from again? And regular, you in Atlanta. That's where they formed the no, you in Atlanta, Georgia. That's where they formed the Federal Reserve. Jekyll Island. Jekyll Island, Atlanta. Look that up. That's where the Federal Reserve was created. Jekyll Island, Georgia. Jekyll Island, Georgia. But I'm gonna pull up a document after this Menace, and it's gonna go into it's a short document too. It's only like 1 page, but it go into detail about the history of Mexicans and Moors. But let me finish this. I jumped in there.
My definition. Let me give you my
2 and 2.
No.
And wait, no, listen, you're not listening to me. If you don't know etymology, what difference does it make the answer I give to you?
So let me give you my definition. Now,
the definition is the etymology.
Okay, now
are you going to wait a minute? Are you going to give me the definition, or are you going to give me
the definition?
Are you going to give me the definition?
I'll let you speak. I didn't even know.
No, listen. Are you going to give me the definition? Or are you going to give me Are you going to give me the definition?
No, the definition.
I'm going to ask you again.
Not the concept.
I'm going to ask you again. Are you going to give me the definition, or are you going to give me a connotative opinion?
No.
Now give me. Now what is it?
Now, one of the most important things that you're saying is you getting it from the Oxford Dictionary or Black's Law Dictionary.
I can get it to a fucking Wagner's too.
Okay. Now
why did I say Oxford? What do you think I said it for? Do you have any idea?
Maybe legally that's what they use.
No. Did you have any idea why I said Oxford?
Can you give me the answer to that? Can you give me the answer to that?
I will, because
let me finish saying what I'm gonna say, and then you can say if I'm wrong or correct me.
No, I'm not going to say that you're wrong.
I'm just sharing information.
I'm not going to say you're wrong.
And you tell me if it relates to what you're doing, because I just want to add to what you're doing. All right. Now, when you're saying people are not black or whatever the case is, and then at the same time, knowing who gave them the definition of these sounds and these words. So now the 3 syllables and the 3 sounds that make up the word black is ba, la,
now
and
you're
ka.
talking. That's why I asked you. Did you know? That's why I asked you. Listen.
Ka is spirit.
No,
right?
listen. No.
You get Kabbalah.
No. Listen. You're now what you're doing. No, it's not correct.
So
it's totally
so definition. We can talk meaningless words mean things.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
So words are meaningless.
I asked you a question, and the question was, do you know etymology? What you're doing is using homonym. Listen.
The root sounds are important because of the vibration of the sound.
That's not what I'm saying. No, I'm not saying it's
so
not.
What's important?
I'm not saying
the root of the word.
What's important is the etymon.
Listen. One of the main things.
No, the etymon is the root of the word, which I asked you.
Okay, so if I don't know the exact definition,
then therefore don't make a determination.
No. The exact definition of the word etymology. Let's not get caught up.
No. Yes, we're going to get caught up in it. We're going to get caught up in it.
The information that you have is great.
No. The information I have is not great.
The information is everywhere, but it's a lot of states it's different states. A lot of states that way between like the DMV and the South, or between the Midwest and the South, is different stuff was created. Different stuff was created there.
The information I have is not great.
Listen. The legal facts that you have are really important. But when you say
no.
So you saying the words?
No, you're minimizing it. No, you're minimizing
the European definition.
No, you're minimizing.
I'm not minimizing.
That's not his argument. You're minimizing it.
No. You can't say what his.
I'm telling you. No, listen. All right, listen. Now, slow down for a minute. Now, Sinetta, this is a good lesson that's going on right now, because I'm going to show you why a lot of things are not done when we come together.
No.
Can I finish? Can you listen? Can you listen? His questions are totally legitimate. Then he's going into what you would call an Ebonic style of etymology, while disputing etymology at the same time, which is the rules of language. Do you understand? So when we start debating words, the first thing you do, so that you don't waste a lot of time, which means we could do something else, is debate with someone who don't know the rules of what they're debating. So that we don't waste time, you ask them the honest question: do you know etymology? Because etymology is the science that treats of the origin, the root, the nature, and the spirit of the words, and is used all over the world. It ain't no European and then ain't African. It's all over the world. And the Europeans got it from the Moors through the Renaissance, who taught them this culture. It ain't their stuff, it's your stuff. So let us not make assumptions. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So etymon, this is third grade stuff. Etymon is to a word what.
Shout out to Tara. Shout out to Goody. Just came in the building. Shout out to Slick Sam. Let's get it.
Atom is to the building block of anything else. anybody, anywhere around the world, any scholar, doesn't matter what language they're dealing with, right? Know these rules. These rules are not taught to our people because we've held to servitude caste. The language that we usually use is called connotative linguistics, which is introduced into societies where people are held to servitude so that their own language traps them.
Exactly. That's
Do you understand? Now,
when he say the language that's introduced into a society where people are held into servitude, that's basically where people are held into slavery and they don't know it. That's where they use connotative linguistics.
And I agree. So it's important to understand. The language that we usually use is called connotative linguistics, which is introduced into societies where people are held to servitude so that their own language traps them.
Exactly. That's
Do you understand? Now, and I agree. So,
which is casting spells. Your own language trapping you. Yup, like maritime law language. Yup. Basically. Yeah, in a sense. Because English is a commercial language. And it's new. And it's casting spells because we don't know the etymology of it. Because we not saying what we think that we really saying. So we really casting a negative spell upon ourselves, which is what keeps us trapped.
it's important to, these rules are not taught to our people because we've held to servitude caste. The language that we usually use is called connotative linguistics, which is introduced into societies where people are held to servitude so that their own language traps them.
Exactly. That's
Do you understand? Now, and I agree. So it's important to this is why I'm telling you, the reason why I say Oxford, because all scholars around the world, they have all the dictionaries, but they particularly have Oxfords. Now, because Oxfords always by rule go into the etymon, whereas some of your lighter or cheaper dictionaries will give you classification. You'll give you classification and will give you bracketed etymon, but it will be limited. Now listen. Now this is a rule. Now look at this side. No. Wait, no. I'm just going to show you. I'm going to show you a simple rule. And this is what we was talking about. Like, I can take a dictionary, an ordinary dictionary, right? Long as a hardcover and before 1960. Right. And take a child. As a matter of fact, I could take a child third grader if he's decently educated. They don't have to be smart, right? And just ask them how many parts of speech are there. Most adults wouldn't answer, but a child said there are 8 parts of speech. Then we tell the children, what is it that other children learn that our children don't learn that makes our children have the disadvantage, which is why we talk out of frustration instead of the facts, because we feel attacked. Do you understand? Because we're missing a part, right? Now, the first thing you do when you look up a word in a proper dictionary is you go to the part of speech which will come directly after the word, which will be abbreviated or either written out in italics. The first thing you do with the word is plug it into its proper mother or matrix. That's the first rule in linguistics, grammatication, orthology, morphology, etc., all over the planet. It ain't some European stuff and don't apply to Africans because we gave it to them. Those are rules in language. That's what I'm talking about. Third grade grammar. Now, so the first thing you do when you look up the word black, right? You're going to see right after it is going to have ADJ, which means what? Adjective, which means it's not a noun, which means it's not a person, place, thing. Wait a minute. Not a person, place, thing, or idea. First classification. Then it gives you the etymon right after it in brackets, in square brackets. It'll be OE, which means Old English. Then it'll have derived from, listen first. Let them learn if you're not going to learn. Old High German. And in its original form, it means pale. Okay. Now that let me explain. Now scholars know these things, which is why they have secret societies, and you have people in power positions, whether they're boule, that means guys on our side, or Europeans that are Blue House Masons or York Masons, etc. They all know these same rules, but the dummies are given belief systems of what you call connotative linguistics. Connotative linguistics is where they introduce what you would call stepchild definitions that in language and contract are absolutely off the mark and will cause failure, but are accepted loosely in communities. But in law and in standing and in contract, you would fail all the time. You understand? Right. Which makes us incompetent. Now, black is an adjective. It's an old English word. So then you go to the appendix of any dictionary and it'll take you to the 1400s, which means in that form, it doesn't go past the 1400s. So all scholars know when you go past 1400s that word in this form does not exist. Okay. Are we clear? Okay. Hold on. Let me finish.
Sound by didn't exist.
We ain't talking to sound. I'm making sure.
So how do you make a word without
you're
a sound?
Not listening to. We're not talking sound. We're talking etymology.
How do you make words without sounds?
We're not talking. That's not the argument.
D Smooth, what's popping, fam?
Definition.
That's not the
argument.
How do
you make the word black without making a sound?
No, we're not saying that whether you make a sound or not. That's not the argument. We're dealing with the etymology first.
So listen. The key, get to the root. The root
is called the etymon.
No, it's not. If you stick into the Oxford Dictionary, that's not the root.
The root of the word. Now listen. All right, listen to this. Now I want everybody to do some research. Right? He just said.
Who gave you the root?
He just said that the etymon is not the root of the word. I suggest everybody go home. You just said it wasn't. No. Come on, man. Because you're making a spiritless argument.
You never answered not one of the questions.
I'm asking. I'm answering your question.
Legal information.
No. Don't talk about my legal information.
Okay, so don't
try to qualify what I'm saying.
Okay. So to get to the point of black, the definition of black is not pale. If ba, la, and ka makes up ka, ba, la, and that has a definition, how can ba be pale? Pale soul, spirit, and material makes pale? No, they countered the intelligence. They countered your intelligence with the Oxford Dictionary and all those things.
What you're
saying. Now when you call yourself a king, a nigga, you say, no, don't call me a nigga. Don't call me a nigga. I ain't no nigga. I ain't no king. So what you act like? So what the way they accept? They accept being less than the king because you under a Leviticus spell or whatever
now, this is my question.
Could be.
Show me the etymon in any of our dictionaries. Asiatic, African, Semitic language, Aramaic.
Okay.
Wait a minute. I'm going to ask you a question because you just said a premise.
Okay.
You just told me what the etymon is and told me that what I said is not the etymon. All right. Wait. Listen. So I'm going to examine it.
That's valid.
I'm going to examine it.
Valid.
What dictionary did you use that you found that etymon in from Africa, Asia, any other culture? Show me the etymon. No, show me the etymon that's black.
Okay. Let me do this. Because there's a lot of people here that's well studied.
No,
you seem well studied. No. I'm not going to
stick with the etymon.
Listen to what I'm saying. No. Because I'm not about dodging the answer. Right. You know what I'm saying?
It's okay to say you don't know.
We know what the problem is. My thing is let's get a solution. Who out of all of these well-studied people, what is the definition of ba? Is it not soul?
We didn't say that that's not true.
Yes, I'm asking you, is it ba soul?
Yes.
Okay, what is ka? Is ka not spirit?
Yes.
Okay, what sounds make up the word black? Can you get black without ba and ka? Can you get
that's not the etymon.
That's not ba, la, ka. Those are the sounds.
But that's not the etymon.
Okay. How do you curse somebody?
No.
How do you curse someone?
No, listen.
What
he's doing, he's taking. You're taking. No,
you're taking you on the respell.
You're taking.
How do I put you on the
you're
respell?
taking sounds.
Words and sounds.
He's taking sound.
No. But it's important.
He's taking synonyms and trying to make etymology meanings.
He got a lot of legitimate information, but then he throws out "Don't be black."
Wrong. No, I don't say that. That's not what I said.
I'm not black.
That's not what I said.
I don't want you to not
That's not what I said.
Explain when you said there was two. He said under law, and then he said it metaphysical.
Who's giving you these laws?
That's what he said.
So make your own laws. How can you owe the IRS and the Federal Reserve if they owe you? If they owe you, you never got paid for all the work.
Correct.
This
And
is your
correct.
land. Yeah. So how can you
and so
put
now,
yourself, how can you
and
put
the
yourself,
argument is correct,
how can
then
you, put
you
yourself
make the
into a debt?
status argument.
So now you know
argument.
the United States is a corporation. America is the land, right? So if you accept that you're American, you accept that you're American first, then you see they already knew that one day you're going to connect and say, I accept that I'm American. I accept that I'm American. Black power. I accept that.
No, you can't be that.
What?
No.
You can't be. You don't have a soul. You don't have a spirit,
listen.
and you're not materialized.
Listen.
How can you not accept that?
No, that's like saying I'm Chinese. That's like saying I'm Chinese, therefore yellow power. This stuff don't go together.
But the Kemites didn't say black.
Say that again. Say that again.
Kemites didn't say black.
Hold on.
I stepped away for a moment and came back. So
in part 2, Taj Tariq Bey is gonna get crazy. Word. Black.
I bet. Yeah, that was a good bit. I got something else. I just dropped something too. So I'll bust that down real quick. Hold up. Mhm.
Yeah, you ain't surprised at that. In fact, many of our women don't cook, and they go around saying they think it's something to be proud of. I don't cook. They brag on it.
I don't cook, I don't clean, but let me tell you, I got this ring.
Many of our young girls can't boil water, can't boil an egg, can't do anything, and they think that's cute because we don't have mothers in the community anymore as much teaching how to cook. We buy everything out. We don't know what we eat. Snails, raccoons, squirrels. We don't know how to identify meat. And so our families have been so torn apart, and we have been made to hate each other. And the other reasons is that every problem that the white woman has had with the white man, they have pushed those issues on us, or we have adopted those issues and decided that that was our problem too. When I keep saying we don't have nothing to do with the white woman and what she got going with her man. We trying to deal with our own. And as a result of our frustration and our anger, many of our men have left us to go to women of other nationalities because they feel like they can get along with them better.
Hold on, we ain't even gonna. I'm gonna let y'all go check that out on your own, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all go check that out on your own. I shouldn't even played that. Keep it real. That's my fault. I don't know what I was thinking. Don't know. Hey, Gucci Moses, my fault. Hey, my fault, fam. My fault. Hold up. I'm about to go into something else, though. I'm about to go into something else. Be patient with me, G. Menace, you still in here? Where Menace at? Be Smooth, you still in here? Who all up in here? Okay, hold up. What y'all on though? What y'all? How y'all morning going, man? What y'all doing? I see it's 11 people up in here. It be ghost watchers too. People be ghost watching. Dang, I ain't even big like that. What y'all think what y'all think I'm about to do? I noticed that. I know it be people who don't. I know it's people who just don't comment. But it ain't that many people that don't comment. It ain't six. Hell nah. Broadway up in here. Shout out to Broadway. What's poppin', fam? Oh yeah. I need to hit Nico too. I need to hit Nico. Like a motherfucker. That just reminded me. I need to hit Nico. Gucci said he rolled it in lemon pound cake. Okay, you got some you got some ooh wee. You got some ooh wee. Where that thing? Hold on, where that thing I was looking for? Menace not in here. Hey, it's Ghost Watchers for real. Big Kane up in here. I still think it's Ghost Watchers though. That's funny because but I wonder if that's people. They think I'm about to diss somebody or something. I wonder is that it? I wonder is that why it be Ghost Watchers? You think I'm about to diss somebody? Let me see. Yeah, where is it? Okay, I'm looking for this. I'm looking for this thing. Okay, I guess Minute's gone, man. I was ghost watching, eating tacos, and listening. Hey, yeah, I ain't gonna lie though. I like for the people who I know. I would like for y'all to say something when y'all come in. I can't hold you. Because it's going to help be able to, you know, get people up out of here, at least to where they can't comment. If they just going to ghost watch, you feel me? And I ain't saying like a consistent comment, but just like, let me know you in the building. You know, something here and there. Nah, you good? I ain't. Yeah, nah, it ain't nothing like that. Yeah, nah, you already know I ain't on that kind of energy. I'm just saying though, because I'm just starting to notice like this YouTube shit is it's a little different. Some other stuff going on. Oh, and I'm trying to find this document, but I can't. I don't see it. I gotta look up. I'm gonna have to look another time when I'm offline. It ain't coming up. It ain't coming up right away anyway. You had them tacos. What kind of tacos? Um, like some street tacos. Street tacos are like some homemade joints. Okay. All right, man. We're just gonna do something different. It's still ghost watchers though. It still ain't that many people saying that. Nah, maybe I don't know. But yeah, little corn rice, little beef, corn rice, little. Damn, I ain't like what you mean when you say that? Like uh ground beef, and then you got a side. You got rice and corn, and you added it to the taco like that, or you talking about like a corn hash beef? Or you talking about like some corn hash beef, type shit? You know how they be having that breakfast corn hash beef type shit. Big Kane that being at work, he said he getting that bread, so he be in and out. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Tapping in at work. That's 100 right there. I know that ain't easy. Oh, you okay. Okay, bet. Okay, that sound fire. That's something I would have did when I used to mess with the meat. That's something I would have did. I thought you was talking about at first. I thought you was talking about like some corn hash beef or corned beef hash, whatever that's called. I thought you was talking about that. I was about to say, ah, gosh. He said this piece account. I remember that. I remember that convo. I remember that convo we was having like fake shit from shit we supposed to eat. This piece account. Um, hey, like I told you, it's a process, bro. It's really a process. So, like, I tried to kick everything at one time before. Hey, hey, Menace, did you follow me on Instagram? I can send you that document. I was trying to find it now and pull it up, but I couldn't find it, and I didn't even know if you was in here because I was calling your name, but you ain't say nothing. He said I'm gonna go to the backyard. All right, bet. But what was I saying? Um, nah, you ain't fuck up because I couldn't find the document anyway. I'm gonna find it though, but I couldn't find it right now, and I didn't want to just have y'all on here. Hey, because what's crazy, I don't be knowing how that. I feel like I feel like when I be having people waiting, like I'm fucking up, like I'm messing up. So I don't be trying to. I don't be trying to, be looking for stuff too long because I don't be wanting to have people waiting. But I could be overthinking it. I don't know. But but nah, you didn't mess up though. Just follow me on Instagram. My Instagram at the bottom, Menace. It's gonna come through at the bottom. scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Dexter though. Hey Dexter. Hey, initially when I seen your picture, just looking at it right now, because it's the first time I really looked at it. Even though I seen you online, but like in this picture, you kind of, what's the name? Kind of, he seemed like he looked like you, or y'all kind of resemble each other. What's that dude name? That battle rap dude. It's not Arsenal. Calico. Slightly, just a little bit. But anyway, yeah, that corned beef hashes. That's what. Okay, but no, but on about the pizza though, like getting off the meat, like or just switching up, changing your diet to plant based, like it's a process. I tried to do everything at one time, sugar, everything, and it was rough, and I ended up relapsing, right? I ended up relapsing, and I tried it again, and I think I relapsed again. And then this last time around, which is right now, I just did the meat. It was meat only. I did the meat only. Yeah, I did the meat only this time around. And I ain't gonna hold you. Hold that. Let me see something, man. Yeah. Where's that? Is this it? Let me see. This might be it. I'm gonna pull it up for you right now. Okay. All right, bet. Okay, I'm about to pull it up. I'm about to pull up what made me really stop eating meat. You wanna know what really made me stop eating meat? I'm about to pull it up for you right now. But the meat is cool, so I still eat pizza, but I just don't put no meat on it. But it tastes the same. It tastes the same. I just, but eventually, I want to start eating. If I'm gonna eat pizza, I want to get like eat the gluten free or the plant. You know, they got like plant based dough at some places or something. I think. But yeah, I want to start getting into that. But as of right now, I just don't put no meat on it. I just I put like bell peppers, um, roasted tomatoes, probably some banana peppers or something on there, maybe onions, and then call it a day. I still keep the cheese. I ain't off the cheese yet. I gotta, the cheese probably gonna be next. I don't drink milk though, but I eat cheese still, and I eat ice cream. So the dairy gonna be next. The dairy is gonna be next, man. But hold on, I'm about to show you. I'm about to show you what made me stop eating meat. For real. I'm about to show you what made me stop eating meat for real, for real. Yeah, it do. It make the system work twice as hard. That's a fact. That is a fact. It make the system work twice as hard. Let's see something. Hold on, let me see something. Oh, y'all can see that, huh? Okay, bet. Oh, let me take this out. Did y'all see that? Hold on, man. Let me see if something I can do this another way. Did y'all see that? Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna try to hold on. Let me try to pull it up a better way, man. Let me try to open it in something else. All right. Okay. He said, yeah, but it cut off. Okay, bet. Hold up. I'm about to do it again. Okay, did y'all catch that? I wasn't trying to gross nobody out, but man, I got to keep it a buck with my people. Anybody on some, yeah, especially for that matter. But yeah, I know that shit was disgusting. So what that was, those was worms and parasites eating on rotten flesh, which would be the meat. It ain't really meat, it's flesh. Meat is actually what is in the fruit, like the watermelon, the inside of a watermelon, that's meat. The inside of an orange, that's meat. That would be meat. But what we eat is flesh, which would be, and it's dead too. It's flesh and it's dead. It's dead flesh. That's what we eating. Dead flesh. We not eating you going to the soapbox wine clinic. Yeah, basically we eat roadkill. Yeah. Oh, you said y'all didn't get to see it? So y'all didn't see the video that I just played. Or did you? You you only heard it because you wasn't watching or because it didn't pop up? Sound like y'all saying it didn't pop up. Oh, oh, that's what. I thought y'all seen the whole shit. Okay, all that. Oh, okay. Okay. My bad. Damn. I thought y'all seen that shit. Okay, hold on, man. Okay, hold up. Hold up. I could have sworn I thought that shit was it. Okay, hold up. Oh, that's why. All right, man. It's good luck, man. Be easy. Let me see. How did I share that the last time? Okay, let's see. Maybe I can get it right here. Damn, but where is it at though? And did y'all see that? That one didn't show either. Damn, that's crazy. I don't know why it's doing that. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know why that shit didn't show. I gotta try to see what's up with that. I gotta figure that out. For real, what's popping? Let me see something. I know that was a minute ago though too. That was probably about a month ago when I showed it when I showed that before. I know that was at least a month ago. Yeah, I know that was at least a month ago. That had to be at least a month ago. What was I trying to play it on? It was playing on the movie player, but the last time I played it, it was straight from I believe I played it like straight from the source. So it wasn't, or I could have sent it to another. Could have sent it to another. Could have sent it to another email too. That's what for sure could have happened. Let me see. Let me see. Minute said he found this. Oh, you right. Hey, damn, you right like a motherfucker. Hey, you right for real. I don't even know why I didn't think of that. I did not think of that at all. Appreciate you for that. I sure didn't think of that. Shit. Ain't it ain't gonna play no sound. Appreciate y'all, man, because I sure didn't even think of that. I don't know what's up with the sound, but it's cool. But as you can see, this is the colon when you eat meat, right? That's the colon when you eat meat. Who battling? What up, Queen Lotus? Educate up in this thing. Who battling? Oh yeah, that's how the colon look on when that's how the colon look when we eating meat, when it's intaking meat. And those is worms and parasites. And that brown stuff, that's dead flesh. It's not meat, it's flesh. Meat is in fruit, watermelon, grapes, the inside of fruit. But yeah, that's the parasite and the worms, they feeding off of that in your stomach right now. Just put it like that. They in your stomach right now as you speak, eating your shit up. And that's why colon cancer and all that stuff is privy to it because of the intake, because of that intake right there. I know that shit is disgusting, but I'm saying this is what made me get off of meat. When I seen this, I was like, oh, nah, hell no. Nah. That's done. That's a done data. When I seen this, I was like, nah, that's a done data. I'm off the meat. It's a wrap. This was it. This was my final. This was the straw that broke the camel's back. You see that shit? Look at that. To the right. That shit to the right. You see that right there? That's dead flesh. That's what the worms and the parasites is in your stomach right now, eating off of that right now as we speak. As we speak right now. And I ain't trying to gross nobody out. I'm giving you the real though. I'm giving you the real. I gotta give you the real. And this is like, and this be the reason, like, cause if you notice, like, you can go to the doctor and the doctor say you healthy every time you go. Every time you go. Then out of nowhere, just boom. And it ain't all people, but a lot of people. Not all people, but a lot of people. You go to the doctor, he be like, them dots, them look like little bumps or something that grow on your colon or something. I don't know what them dots is, but the doctor always tell people that they healthy, and then out of nowhere something wrong with you. When really it's we was never healthy the whole time. We've been steadily intaking fucked up shit. Hey, check Carell comments. Carell got a comment in the on here too. from when I first posted it, right? Terrell got a comment right here from when I first posted it. I know he don't fuck with that shit. He said, please stop. I can't, man. I can't, man. I gotta let it roll for the people, man. We gotta know what's going on. We gotta wanna know. We gotta wanna know. We gotta wanna know. We gotta wanna know. And I wanna know. And if you know me, then you're gonna know. Milk be having like cow pus and blood in it. So yeah, I buy like organic eggs. I buy organic eggs. That come from organically raised chickens. All grass fed, no farmed no farmed hormone steroid injected chickens. All organic grass fed chickens. Yeah, that's what I drink. I drink almond milk. Gucci Moses, I drink the almond milk. Yeah, I try to stay away from antibiotics too. I try to stay away from antibiotics because the thing about antibiotics is, if you listen to the words, it's saying it's antibody, antibiotics, anti the body. It's anti, which would mean against, which would make it not good. You notice lately they starting to come out with stuff called probiotics, and it's like, well, damn, why they never been no probiotics before? It only been antibiotics. He say, all right, take that shit off. All right. I just have to make sure people got the gist, man. And I noticed I might have to leave it up though, because I noticed that since that's the screen that plays, people is clicking in here. I noticed people is clicking in here because when they pass it up, that's the screen that's playing. When they pass it up on YouTube, when they come across on the thing, and jumping up in here, getting the message. Smack that like button though. That's what I didn't say. Everybody smack that like button and smack that subscribe button and put that notification bell on all if you want to be tax free. If you want to get all your bread, smack that like button, smack that subscribe button, and put the notification bells on. I bet. NBA versus Dirk. Oh, the music battle. Okay, that's gonna be going up on Corel channel. What's that later on today? You say you put me in the AirPods. Hey, that's what I'm. Hey, that's what I'm here for. Help change lives. Help change lives. But on the cool though, I'm actually about to get up out this joint. I'm about to get up out this joint. Well, we've been down for 2. We've been down for what, 2 hours? Menace. I'm gonna send you that. Well, of course you did. If you seen the other thing, then you probably what's her name on Instagram? Okay, nah, Menace, you didn't follow me, so or send me a message or something, so I can send you that information on Instagram. Pharrell said that's inside the ass. No, that's that colon, G. Yeah, that's the Instagram. Yeah, Menace. That's the Instagram. Yep. Right there at the bottom. Yep. Yes, sir. Yeah, go hit me on that, and I'm gonna send you the info. Yeah. You said you messaged me? Okay, let me go check that. I didn't see it. What's your name on there? I ain't getting the message. Well, message me again. I ain't getting no message. Everybody that came through, man. Everybody that came through. If they eat ass, they might just eat worms. Maybe. Maybe. You about to eat some pork right now? Okay, bet. What kind of pork? What kind of pork you eat? Well, pork chop, pork roast. I think my biggest pork issue was bacon. Bacon was my biggest pork. I never really ate pork chops. My mom's never really made. She never made pork chops, so pork chops was never a thing for me to kick or nothing like that. But my biggest thing was bacon. Yes. Yeah. Okay, okay, okay. It's it seems time to become to the end. It seems time we come to the end. We come to the end of the lives. We must go. As we come to the ends of the lives, we must go. We must go. Enjoy rest day. I uh, I may not see you too much today. Okay? Enjoy much day. Okay, they got the music battle on career mode channel. The music battle on career mode channel. Later today. Later today. They say we speak in Switzerland, France. In Switzerland, France, business is okay. Stand on what you say and only say what you can stand on. Appreciate everybody for coming through. Smack a like button, smack a subscribe button. Share the video, and we out. Salutes.